What's up, everyone? This is Dimas with Complex, and I'm here with Young
Baby
Miko.
Miko, what's up? How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
What has you excited right now?
I'm excited for many things. I'm excited for feeling healthy. I'm excited for the album coming out finally. I'm excited for the shows that are coming in Puerto Rico now in December. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of great moments.
You said finally.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Tell me a little bit about them. And for context, you talk about "Do Not Disturb," your new album. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the making. What went into it?
The album has been in the making for quite a while now. Since I put out my last album, which was my first album, ATT, this album was already like in my mind. It was sort of in the works already, so we've been working at it for a year and something now. You do have there are moments during the year where you take breaks, or like maybe you're on tour, so you stop creating for a little bit, or like you're busy doing this and that. But since then, we've already been like talking about this project, and I always say that us artists kind of like work in the future. You know, maybe you record something today and it comes out next week, and then for people it's new, but you've been watching it for a week, and it happens with songs too, you know. Maybe I made it a year ago and then it comes out tonight, for example, and then people don't know I've been hearing it for a year. But like, it's so special to build something for so long with so much love and like time and patience, and then finally see it in your calendar and finally being able to share it with the world is like the fruits of your labor, you know. And so I'm just so excited that it's not gonna be just mine.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was like such a huge album. Do you feel like, I don't know, was it like pressure?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I always put pressure on myself. You know, I always strive to grow and to feel that I continue to evolve and to give more and more of myself, and to like maybe just continuously feel like a student while I grow and learn. You know, and so I definitely do want to feel that I continue to do things from my heart and to like enjoy what I do, and to keep being able to show the people more and more of myself and new corners and maybe sounds or things I talk about, and to continue to open up. I feel that there's so many layers to me. Even I have trouble understanding them sometimes. So even I'm understanding myself and getting to know myself every time I step foot in the studio. So there was definitely a good type of pressure, you know.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean so many layers to this?
I think cause like maybe sometimes as somebody who's in the public eye, you see a lot of the exterior to it, and then something like an album is the space where I allow myself to open up in a more personal way, yet still share it with the public. And so I do like to be precise with my words and what I want to talk about, and be able to show you these other sides of me that are maybe more personal, and maybe I tend to share more with my friends and family, but in a way that it still feels like familiar and personal to the fan.
How do you decide what to like share with your fans and public, and what to keep? I mean, it must be tricky, right? To kind of like balance. How do you do it?
I mean, it is a constant like decision-making process. Like I said, you're definitely a type of person when you're comfortable around your friends and you feel that maybe you don't have to think so much about what you want to talk about, and as to like someone you just met, you don't go on and trauma dump them, you know, or like talk about every single thing that you've done in your life. So at the moment of talking about more personal situations, I definitely try to find that fine line where I feel comfortable enough to share this with someone that doesn't necessarily know me as well, but feels good enough to find the humanity in a project and for somebody to relate to me even if they don't know me. So it is a constant like process of learning and understanding what I'm comfortable with to share, and just to be able to keep exploring that space, I guess.
When you think back about the making of the album, tell me like what's the story that, or what's like an anecdote that's there that stands out in your mind? What's the first thing you remember?
I do remember taking this moment right after finishing the XOXO tour that was from the ATT album, and being able to put absolutely everything on pause and quite literally like on Do Not Disturb, and be able to just give the space to what I wanted to do with the album. And it was a moment of finally being alone with myself and my thoughts, and there was nothing else going on around me that wasn't the album. And it was a time of a lot of personal growth, and it was a time of really being able to see the album like build itself almost. This is a project that I really took me from control to trust. I think in my past projects I have a really, really clear idea as to what I want to do and say and what aesthetic I want to tie to it. And this album was a little more the other way around. I kind of like let it like guide me, and I was really patient with being in the studio, and I was understanding where my mind and my head was at when I was writing these songs. And when I started to look at it from a little more afar, I started to see everything was like right under my nose the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
And all it took was a little silence around me so I could listen to myself a little clearer.
So that's why you got the title literally. It's like
Yep. Yeah, I feel like it was just so right, you know, and it was so true to where I was at the time. It was so literal and it was symbolic, you know, as well. And I had so much fun tying the aesthetic around it too. But I definitely had like these opinions, expectations even to myself, and like pressure, like we talked about. I needed to put that to aside for a moment, and just like this time around really helped me remember why it is that I love to do what I love to do. And it was a time of having fun in the studio and trying to not think about anything else, honestly. And so Do Not Disturb is like an understatement, really. Yeah.
What's the song you're most excited for you fancy?
Oh my gosh, I'm honestly excited for all of them. They're all pretty different from each other. All of these songs hold different intentions. There's like songs that are mostly just a vibe, like Likey Likey, for example, that was the last track to come out, and WASSUP. And there are more deeper songs in the album that are more like deep cut tracks of the project, where the fan really takes its time to like listen to each track, you know, and to understand what I'm talking about. So I honestly cannot choose one because they're all very different one from another, and I just know each person will have a different track where they're gonna like relate to.
Yeah, interesting. You talked a little bit about, obviously, you have you're doing the shows in the Coliseum, and then just kind of like, and my understanding is that the tickets sold out immediately, and then you kind of like, I don't know, what was your reaction to the response?
I was so excited. I'm pretty emotional, so I like cried my eyes out, but it was a good cry, you know. It was such a special moment. We have been dreaming so long for this specific show back home. It's a historic venue. It's something that any artist dreams about, especially if you're from Puerto Rico, and it's like a big milestone and a goal to achieve. And so to finally be able to, like I said, we work in the future so much, you know, like we talk about these things that we want to happen in a certain time and place or moment, and then you finally see it, like the flyer, for example, and then you press that share button, and it's just like, okay, it's official. People know there's a date on the calendar. Like, this is something we're preparing for. And like being able to see people in line and buying the tickets and having that first night go sold out, it was just like surreal for me. All of us were so excited. We celebrated. We were hugging each other. You know, it was like a pretty moment between all of us. Plus, like, the people that are gonna be a part of this with me have been with me since day one, just like way before the music. So that's it's even a bigger blessing to be able to share this with people that have genuinely heard me talk about this nonstop, you know. And so to finally be able to see it happen is just like, it's beyond any words I could choose to say to you right now.
What was the first show you've been to at that venue?
I had the first show I was from Mana. It was a long time ago, and I went with my brothers and my mom and my dad, and it's a core memory of mine, and I cannot believe it's about my time around to have my name up there.
Wait, how old were you?
I don't remember. It was such a
Uh-huh.
long time ago. I was like in elementary school.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. All right, and then obviously you pulled up over the summer with the Bad Bunny residency. Tell me about that moment.
The residency was great. It was so special to be a part of it. It was a very historic moment for us and for Puerto Rico and for our people and our culture and for the Latin culture as well. And Benito, he's just such an amazing guy and artist, and to any opportunity I get to share the stage with him is gonna be super special. And like, I genuinely care for him so much, and I love him dearly. So it was so special to be a part of this big show, specifically home, and to see your flag all over the crowd, and the people that speak your language, you know what I mean, and they speak your slang, and like they just, it's home, like I said, and it's so special that in the future I'll get to look back to it eventually and see my name be a part of something so special.
Were you nervous?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm always nervous before I go on stage, just because I care about it so much, you know, and so I try to play it cool.
Probably do a good.
Yeah.
How do you handle nerves?
I'm the worst at handling nerves. My hands will be shaking
Really?
the minute I step on stage is when like the nerves kind of go away. But before I get on stage, I'm usually with my friends backstage. I'll stretch. I'll try to do my breathing exercises. Like, I'll try to calm down as much as I can. I'll have my tea. I'll do my vocal warm-ups. I'll just, like, get ready, and then I'll probably, like, watch some funny TikToks and things like that. I'll try to, like, get my mind off of it a little bit. Because if you think about it too much, then it just kind of plays against you, you know?
100%. Yeah. I was funny because I was at the last show, and then I was when he brought up Mark Anthony.
Oh, you were at the last show?
Yeah.
Fire.
And then there was just so many. It was interesting. Like, people were like bawling tears around me. It was just like such an interesting.
It was.
Yeah, just like the most emotional show I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I watched it at my home with my family.
Well, what was your reaction to seeing it with Mark?
Oh, we were all so excited as well. We had a blast, yeah.
The last year has really kind of been like a glow up. Not say glow, but like really just like a big year for you. What's been? I mean, we talked a little bit about Bad Bunny, but what's the moment that really stands out to you when you think about it?
I think the moment that stands out for me was definitely the process of the album. I spent most of the year home. Last year I traveled a lot. I spent around 6 months outside of Puerto Rico. As by far the longest I've ever been, like, far away from home. And so this year around, we really decided to, like, work from home and to stay around our family for as much as we could. So I guess just, like, it goes beyond my music, and it goes beyond the name Young Miko. It was so much more for me, and spending time with my parents, and, like, I got a dog, you know what I mean?
What
like,
kind of dog you got?
Yeah, I have a little dachshund. She kind of found me, to be honest, and she's like the cutest little thing. I sleep with her like this, you know.
Right, really?
She's like the best, and she's so cuddly. And so I think those are the little things that I really hold close to my heart from this year. Just being able to feel at ease back home, and to be able to build this project entirely in Puerto Rico also is super special.
Sounds like you don't like to leave home.
You know, I'm kind of a nomad, to be honest. Like, I do like to travel around as long as I can see the date I'm going back.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So there always has to be like a return
Always, yes. Doesn't matter how long I had to leave. The moment I know I'm, like, going back, this is the day you're coming back, and I know my parents will be waiting for me at home, or, like, we already have a reservation made to go and eat Puerto Rican food, you know. My mom will be waiting for me with my dog, because she's the one that takes care of her when I'm gone. So, yeah.
They just sleep
Just
with
like,
the dog.
yeah, just have a reason to go back home, you know.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What's like releasing a new album like? Like, what are those weeks? Are you getting a bunch of calls? Are you hearing from a bunch of, like, well, tell me, I will never release an album.
Yeah,
so tell
yeah.
me what people don't know.
You've never released an album?
No.
I'm surprised. They're pretty hectic weeks, because, like, they're preparation weeks, you know, but luckily we always try to work with time and try to be as prepared as much as we can be. You're honestly, like, you're never fully prepared. Like, you always feel like there's something else you can do, or you have to do even the second before the album comes out. But, like, I personally enjoy the week so much. Like, it's so exciting when I finally get to start sharing content of the project, or to like start teasing things to the fans, and like being able to get active back again, like on social media with a purpose, you know. And the moment the album is finally out, I have to stream it on every single platform that you can, like on social media.
Wait, why do you do that?
I don't know. I guess it's just like I just have to, you know. I'll play on it in every channel I can. I'll put it on the TV, on the headphones, in the car. Like, I get like crazy annoying the week when it comes out, but it's just like you work on it for such a long time. The least you can do is like try to genuinely enjoy it, you know.
Yeah. You sit with the music for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's a part it's like, all right, I've heard this so many times, but no, it seems like no, you still like jamming out.
Yeah, I can't really explain it. Like, when you're working on the album and the songs, there's definitely a time where I'm like, my God, I cannot listen to this again. So I have to like leave it aside for a little bit and then come back to it to listen to it with fresh ears, because we're always trying to make every detail we can better, or at least to the best possible extent we know we can take it to a point where I feel at ease, where I know I put my everything into this, and so did the team. But when it comes out, I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of sounds different. It's like, because it's officially for the world, it's officially on all platforms. Like, this is my baby. This is what we made, you know. And I don't know. It's kind of like listening to it from another perspective. It's curious. I don't even know how to explain it.
Are there any songs where you just get like tired of performing?
Honestly, no. Like, I'd be surprised. Like, I thought I'd be tired of performing certain songs, maybe because they've been around for a while, but they just mean so much to me that I'm just grateful to be able to perform them, you know. And the crowds are always so hyped to see you in person and to like hear the song with you, and see the artist like perform it in front of you is so different than when you hear it on a platform. So I always try to give my best and to make my show an experience. So I genuinely love what I do so much, so I just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's so cool, you know. And obviously, I think it's cool how, I mean, I feel like you just collaborate with everyone. Like when
Really?
yeah, you know. How did you tell me about the KATSEYE song? How did you?
Oh, the KATSEYE song was so cool. I was already a fan of KATSEYE, and I was already a fan of the song Gabriela. So when they made the approach for the remix, it was like a no-brainer for me. And we recorded it pretty quickly and sent it over, and then a few days later, like, the cover was done and everything was ready, and I was happy to be able to be a part of the track. They're a very special group of girls. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna keep doing.
Are you like big into like K-pop, or is it?
I've been getting into it, you know. My little brother is a huge like K-pop fan, so he's been kind of like teaching me the ropes. He actually put me on KATSEYE.
Really?
Yeah, and then like I started connecting the dots. Like, I had heard about them like through TikTok and through certain audios that they had gone like viral, but I didn't know who they physically were. And then my brother comes along. He's like, you need to see this group. And then when I was listening to them, I didn't realize I had already listened to them and whatnot, which just happens a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm honestly open to everything.
What are some other things your brother put you onto?
My brother puts me onto too many things. Like, he's always sending me trends and things. He's like, I would die to see you do this and that, or you should use this audio for this, or like I said, he loves K-pop, so he's always showing me like certain choreographies or things people are wearing, or like I think he's really like tapped in, and sometimes I feel like he keeps me young. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're super like tapped in, or you feel like?
I do.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I am chronically online, I must admit, but like I'm chronically online to the point where it feels good. You know, like to a healthy extent. But like I do get the slang or like the trends or whatever. Like, I try to keep up, and honestly, Gen Z is so unserious and so funny. So yeah, it's not that hard.
Wait, what's when you said a healthy extent? It's like over under 6 hours.
Oh, I honestly don't know the time on the screen thing you say. No, I honestly don't know, but it's It's probably around there, maybe 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's not that
That's
bad.
not that bad, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, mine's as scary. It's like 9 hours, but yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you can tone it down a bit.
I'm fried.
I mean, it is your job.
Yeah, you know.
You're good.
How did you meet Billie Eilish?
I met Billie back in Mexico. She was doing the Hit Me Hard and Soft media tour, and I had the opportunity to interview her, which was a super cool experience. I had never interviewed anybody, and I was already a big fan of hers, so I was super excited to be able to get to know her in person and be able to have like a conversation with her. And then we clicked pretty nice. Like she's easy to talk to. She's a sweetheart. I feel like I related to her a lot. And then fast forward a few months later, if not like a year, we had the invitation to open up some shows of her tour, which was so cool.
Did you feel, I know you talked about feeling nervous, but it felt like a new audience for you. Did you look at it like that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love a good challenge, though, you know, like, and when I say challenge, I mean, like, I hope that by the end of the show, they at least had fun, or like a smile on their face, or at least are a little curious as to who I am. And maybe they search me up, you know, after the show. But I was definitely nervous because I was pretty, like, aware that it was mostly an English-speaking crowd. So I did have, like, that challenge that I'm talking to you about as to, like, I speak Spanish. So it's like, how am I going to transcend the barrier of that we don't share the same language? But it just comes to show that there is no language barrier in music and in vibes, you know? That vibes don't lie. And so I had the best time. I was honestly surprised in the shows. She has a very special fan base. They kind of reminded me of my fans, and even though they didn't like necessarily understand what I was singing about, they were dancing the whole time. I saw a lot of people like putting up the Puerto Rican flag in their phones, even if they didn't speak Spanish. She was like, they were doing it on purpose, you know, to like get me to smile. And it was, I don't know, I felt really welcomed. I felt pretty special. It was such a special space that she opened up for a Latin queer artist, so I felt really grateful for that as well.
Vibes don't lie. I'm trying to remember that.
Vibes don't lie. They don't.
Yeah. I'm curious because you obviously have your core fan base, but then you've done like Coachella and all that. Like, do you feel anxiety about I'm doing my show in Spanish, like how, or is it kind of just like?
Honestly, it's more like, I can't say I get anxious at times, but it's like a good type of anxious. It's like when you're sitting on the bench and you're like, Coach, put me in already. Like, I want to play, you know? So it kind of just like feels like that, to be honest. And like I said, vibes don't lie. I'm clearly having fun up there. And if you want to have fun with me, you're more than welcome to do so.
Have you seen some of the dialogue about people being critical of like having a Spanish Bad Bunny who's singing his whole set in Spanish for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I guess, like I said, there's a language barrier, so maybe there are people that are, I don't know, feeling a certain type of way about it, but we all share the same world. I don't know what to tell you, you know what I mean? There's different colors and languages and sizes and orientations, and there's a space for absolutely everybody. So I think it's such a special time around for him to be on such a big stage, and for him to once again put the flag of Puerto Rico in such a high place and in such a big spotlight. I think that's what he does best. So I'm honestly just so excited to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah. I'm curious about your thoughts about this. So we recently published a reggaeton list, just the greatest artists of all time. I don't know if you saw this, but I'm just curious, who's your Mount Rushmore of reggaeton artists?
Oh my God, that's a great question. Okay, so I grew up a lot around Wisin y Yandel. I grew up a lot around Tego Calderon. Joel y Randy were like probably my top. And it's so cool that I got to collaborate with them. Chencho Imaldi, Baby Rasta Gringo. There's so many, you know. Bad Bunny's definitely up there as well. I'm excited that and grateful that I got to meet most of them, you know.
But you don't have four?
I can't, bro. Like, I can't. And then again, like, we all share the same culture too, so it's just like Si eres de PR, you're up there for me, you know.
I think how kind of like and you know I feel like a lot of the artists are doing, look, they're very like supportive of each other. It seems like, you know, obviously there's been little beefs here and there, but for the most part there's like this very beautiful, like you're talking about, collaborating with like they're sharing the stage with each other. That doesn't always happen, I would say, in the States, but it seems like it's happening in Puerto Rico, or it has.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I think it's part of the Latin culture too. Like, I think Latin people are so warm, and like other people that love to be surrounded by family, and like especially in Puerto Rico, like it's such a big part of our culture to, for example, if I have a friend come outside from somewhere else in the world and they come into Puerto Rico, I'm like, I want to recommend you the best places to go eat. I want to recommend you this beach I love, or I want to recommend to you this club we think is fun. And it's like, and at the end of your trip, I will be all up on you, like, did you like it? You know, because like it's important to us, anybody that visits us and gets to know us, like feels the love and warmth of what our parents and grandparents and what our culture just shows us to be. And so I think that applies to us as well, even though we already know the way we are. And like at the end of the day, like who would want to be by themselves, you know, in such a loud place? And we're at a moment in time where the world needs hope the most right now, and like to unite to one another. And if we can do that in music, well, I think it's a no-brainer.
What are like the next 6 months look like for you?
The next 6 months for me, right now I just want to enjoy the album. You know, Christmas is coming up as well. The shows at El Choli are like my number one on my list right now, right next to the album. I'm gonna go back home. I want to hug my parents. I want to celebrate with them. My birthday is coming up in 2 days.
I heard you're not a big birthday person.
I'm not a big birthday person. No, I don't know. Like, but I'm more of like my birthday behavior is more a little bit of a chill vibe. Like, I want to stay home. I want to grab some food with my parents and friends, and maybe we'll pop open a nice bottle of wine and a good movie, and then I'll go to bed with my dog. You know, yeah. It's just that, like we said, we work in a place that's like so fast paced, and so many things happen around us that silence and being at home sometimes feels like a luxury. So if I get to choose where I want to spend my birthday, it's definitely there.
You're not disturbed.
Entiende.
Anything you want to add? Anything you want to clear up? Anything?
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited para que escuchen el proyecto. No puedo creer que al fin va a ser ustedes también. I love my fans so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having me again. And Puerto Rico, los veo en diciembre.